Whoa, Dan, we got a huge echo going on. And there he goes. All right, guys. Dan's having a little bit of technical difficulties. He's moved location. Yeah, holy hell. Exactly. Yeah, he's in a new location right now. He's in a hotel, so he's just working through some bugs. What's up, everyone? Welcome to NorCal Sports Network, sponsored by Northern Lights Entertainment. Check them out at northernlightsentertainmentradio.ca, where he streams 5 radio stations on the web. Go check it out. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Anyways, yeah. Giants had a tough time today, didn't they? Similar to yesterday, really close game. Let's see if he's got it.
Can you hear me?
All right, there we go. What's up, Brent?
Golly. Here we go. We're live, right?
Yes, we are.
All right. Gosh, I couldn't get the doggone thing to work. The AirPods. I have 2 sets, and I guess it wasn't recognizing the other one. So I'm out here. I just check this view out, man. You see that?
Oh, now we see it. There you go. That's better.
Kind of blurry. Follow.
No, you were lagging for a minute.
Yeah, Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're live here. I'm here in the Philippines, and I got my Cleveland Indians hat on. I guess Guardians, whatever you want to call them. Giants took one on the chin today, but they really fought gallantly to get back into that game.
Yep.
I thought it was, they played pretty well. I mean, what can you expect? You're playing one of the best teams in baseball, and you're at their home field, and they're pretty good there. I think they're like 29-11 or something on the year at home. Am I lagging?
No, you're good for now. You're just a tiny bit, Chubb. Nothing bad though.
Okay. I'm gonna try and get back onto my computer. I'll probably step back out and see if I can get that hooked up, because it'll be a better quality. But yeah, why don't I do that? I'll step back in and break down the game. But Giants lose one today. Maybe it's time for the Slater song again. Boy, he looks awful.
Oh man, I was planning on playing that a few times tonight.
You can put that on, because I don't want to. You put it on while I'm working. When I come back, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
All right, go for it.
Hopefully. All right, I'm gonna get out of this. Just kick me out of this so I don't hit the end stream deal. I don't want to do that. So kick me out.
All right, get out of here, Dan. All right, there goes Dan. All right, let me go. Let me go to my email here. Before I get to this, though, man, you don't think it would have been a good idea to maybe have put Kyle Harrison on a rehab before coming back? Don't you think that might have been a better idea? To be honest with you guys, I don't understand why they didn't have him do a rehab. He was gone for what, about 3 weeks, somewhere around there, give or take. He missed about 3 or 4 starts, somewhere around there. So I thought it might have been a good idea, because the guy already has issues with his command. Has all year. He had it last year as well. That's one of his issues, is to get command. And I thought it would have been a different outcome. I don't know, but they should have thrown a rehab in there somewhere, because, man, Harrison looked really bad today. Really bad. And the Giants can't afford this from the starters, guys. They can't. You got to have these starters go at least 6, right? If you want to save this bullpen that's been overused and taxed, you need your starters to do starter things. Yeah. When I saw that, and I saw them, they had Rodriguez already warming up. I think in the first inning, I think Rodriguez was warming up. That's not exactly good. I mean, it just shows you how much better Birdsong is right now. I mean, I think Birdsong I know he has a little bit of a command issue, but it's not like it is with Harrison. Harrison's been like that for a while. He's hit a lot of guys. He almost hit a couple of guys again today, but I thought it should have been, he should have had a rehab, but what do I know? The Giants, man, they were getting owned there for a while. The first first 3 innings, they were getting dealt by Logan Allen. That guy was dealing. I think he had 9 strikeouts. Unfortunately, he was only able to get through what is that, 4 1/3, and then he had to bring in a bullpen. Their bullpen. While Scott Barlow specifically, that guy sucked, man. Whoo! Giants did a good job in getting some runs across the plate there in the 4th inning. They made it interesting. But let's talk about the gorilla or the elephant in the room. What in the hell is Bob Melvin doing, bringing in Luke Jackson in a high leverage situation? You're only down by 1 run, and you're going to bring in Luke Jackson. Don't they have some better guy? I mean, hell, I would have rather see them DFA Jackson and keep Bivens in the bullpen. Bivens could have done a better job than what Luke Jackson did. Golly, man. I don't know why they keep doing that over and over. The dude just does not have it. He doesn't have it. And if you keep throwing him out there in these types of situations, look, if you want to put him in garbage time, I'm fine with that. Exactly, deloading. Send Bivens down, but you keep Jackson. What is that? Thank you. Deloading. That's just, you can't be doing that. That is a huge mistake by Bob Melvin by going to Jackson. If you're up by like 3 or 4 runs, okay, bring them in. If you're down by that many, okay, bring them in. But when you're only down by 1, I mean, goodness gracious, that was a bad decision bringing in Luke Jackson.
All right, how's the sound?
Yeah, that's better. You're a little bit back. Can you close those blinds behind you? You're a little bit backlit.
Oh yeah,
you're silhouetted behind it.
Okay, that's what it must be. Hold on.
Here, I'll bring you up. Or you good? Okay, here we go. But yeah, I thought that was a bad move. Slater. What more to say? All right, guys. Yeah, we'll talk more about this game. Though. Again, the Giants were making it interesting. They're putting pressure on their reliever. But yeah, that's way better, Dan.
Yeah, that is
way better. There we go.
All right.
And yes, Class A is nasty. He's a hell of a closer, man.
Yeah, he's Class A is the class of closers.
But I already talked a little bit about Harrison. I thought, shouldn't the Giants put him in a rehab game before they threw him out there?
Yeah, absolutely should have been.
I didn't understand that.
He is. I mean, he looked very.
Well, he already has issues with command.
Exactly.
And then if you haven't pitched in a major league game in 3 weeks, somewhere on there, then come on, just give him a rehab. All he did is throw a couple of bullpens, and that was it.
Yeah, pretty.
Thanks, Shake and Bake. Much appreciated, man.
Yeah, it was kind of to be expected, with Harris. Who's going tomorrow, by the way? Who do they got going tomorrow?
Isn't it? Who the heck's going tomorrow? Birdsong.
Oh, that's right, Birdsong.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. Michael says, wish the team played with more than Chapman's intensity.
He's throwing out some really good at-bats out there. He really is. He gets deep into counts.
And he throws and he runs the bases well. He's like I said earlier, he's their best base runner. He's their most instinctual player. Plays. He's a baseball player. I just wish he hit better, as a cleanup guy. I think, Matt Chapman to me would be dynamite on the Dodgers because he would make that team so much better.
Or the Yankees.
He'd be batting like 7th with the Dodgers, and he would, be great at third base. But for the Giants, he's expected to clean up, and he doesn't clean up enough. That's why his RBI total is low.
Yes.
And that's why I, am not the greatest fan of the signing of Matt Chapman, because I think although he does improve the team, it's not a great team. And so guys like him and Soler are expected to carry the team, right? I mean, they're their two big signings, and look where they are combined to the RBI totals. I bet you they're down around 70 combined.
Yep.
and they're your, and for the majority of the year, they're like your 3-4 hitters. I mean, that's really weak. That's the problem with the Giants' construction. So that makes them just makes it difficult for them to score. I mean, Ramos is a huge addition. I mean, without Ramos, I don't know where this team would be.
That's a good question. If it wasn't for Ramos,
I think they'd be 10 games under 500, realistically. I mean, I don't know how you figure that WAR out where he's only like 1.5.
Because they take in consideration defense as well. It's not just the offense.
Yeah, but I mean, 2 games above replacement, they would be 6-7 games worse than they are without Ramos.
Yeah, I don't know how they all figure that damn number out.
Yeah,
I know it's just an approximate, but
the other thing was with the offense is Nick Ahmed is just. I told you guys,
he's a 0 with a bat. Yeah, so is Slater.
I mean, you just got too many zeros in there. I mean, Ahmed, Slater, Casali was in there today, right?
He took 3 walks.
Yeah. Throughout base runner, which is nice. I thought the play that was really nice was the Giants actually see what happens. What I tell you, what have we been saying? Get aggressive, put pressure on the defense. They threw it away. Chapman scored, right?
Yep.
That's what happens when you play aggressive baseball on defense.
Because you put pressure on the defense, and if that throw was on, he's out. But with the pressure, exactly, it adds a little dimension to the game, and that's why we talk about stealing bases.
Yeah,
because you can generate runs that way, and they were able to, which was nice. I mean, yesterday they were able to bunt and could get a run across. Today they did a steal and then was able to, Chapman was able to go to third to home, which was nice.
Right. I don't know how good my Wi-Fi is if I'm coming in clear.
You're fine.
Okay, because I'm picking up dragging from you, and I think it's probably on my end. So
yeah, I'm hearing no echo or reverb or anything.
Okay,
good.
I'm in a new place today because I've got I'm having a problem with my right eye. Some crazy things. So I got to get up here and see a doc tomorrow morning. We're kind of out in a remote area, about an hour and a half to 2 hours away. So, so I'll be up here for a couple of days, fly out 2 days from now, and then get back into San Francisco Tuesday night. So what is it? Saturday there at 9:00?
9:00 in the morning or at night. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm straight up noon here on Sunday afternoon at noon. So, somebody said, how do we expect to win? Tried out a lineup with Fitzgerald, Casali, Slater, Casali, Ahmed. Fitzgerald, I don't have too much of a problem. He did okay.
He got a double. He got a double.
Yeah.
Scored 2 runs.
And he played pretty good at first base.
Yeah, he was good.
I mean, he had that one ball where it kind of popped out of the mitt, but he fired a strike to whoever was covering first at that time. I can't remember who was pitching at the time. Rodriguez, maybe, or I think it was Rodriguez. But I think this is where we talked about, Eric. Everybody was talking about the big, hey, the Giants this and what did we say yesterday? The big ifs are Harrison, Cobb, and Ray, and Snell. All of them yet to prove themselves this year. Cobb coming off injury, Ray coming off injury, Snell coming off an injury, and a fairly up and down career, if you think about it. He's had 2 Cy Young Award seasons, 18 and 23, and then sandwiched in between have been a couple of rough years.
Oh, this is beyond rough, though. This is like a total.
This is downright disastrous so far.
The bottoms fell out on this one.
But you're counting on these guys, and I said what the other day, the Giants will be there and take a wild card spot going away if Harrison, Cobb, Ray, and Snell, that's 4. If 3 of those 4 do well, now there's no consistency like a Logan Webb, right? I mean, none of these guys portray consistency. Harrison is either on, and he's like most pitchers. I mean, he's no different than a lot of pitchers in the big leagues, right? I mean, there's only a handful of guys that are consistently good.
Correct. But
Harrison is he's not shown any consistency of good whatsoever.
Right.
He has one good game out of maybe 4 or 5 where he really is like you would consider, hey, this guy's a mad bum. He's a Lincecum. He's a Kane.
Right. And here's the thing: there was a lot of hype on Harrison when he came up, saying that he's the best left-handed pitcher in the minor leagues, and they had all this stuff. But look at him compared to, say, someone like Paul Skeens. Huge difference, right?
Right.
There's a huge difference. He's not the same, and that's why I get nervous about hyping people up. You got to see what they can do, of course, but he's always had command issues. I mean, he does have some good stuff, especially with the fastball because he elevates it. But he needs to get a better number 2 and 3 pitch because, you're not going to get major league players out with always continuing to throw that fastball, especially when it's only sitting between 92 and 94.
Right.
Could be issues because wasn't that the thing? Wasn't he like high 90s? He doesn't throw high 90s anymore. Not that I've seen.
Yeah. Correct. I mean, Lou makes a good point right here too. Remember, our all-star Ramos has never played a full season. He will slump second half. Who else will step up? He may. I mean, baseball players do slump.
I kind of like what he did today. He struck out his first 2 at-bats and then came back with a nice single.
Yeah.
I like to see that.
One for 4?
1 for 4.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, overall, Giants got down 4-0.
1 for 5. I'm sorry, 1 for 5.
Okay. They got down 4-0, made it to within 4-3, and then Noel hit the line drive homer off that.
And let's talk about that, Dan. We were getting into that when you came in.
Oh, Luke Jackson.
Why would Melvin bring him in? Why?
They don't.
Why?
I think the bullpen is thin.
Why don't you then get rid of Jackson and keep Bivens? Because Bivens could have done a better job than Jackson.
Well, Bivens wasn't going to pitch today after yesterday, though.
Good point. That's a good point. But they had that other lefty. But then again, I guess it was a righty coming up. So
who was the lefty? The guy they called up from Richmond?
I don't know. It's someone they just signed. I can't remember his damn name.
Well, they put him on the roster, right?
Yeah, they put him on the roster today. Matter of fact, those are the moves. They sent Bivens and VR down.
Remember what we said? I said Bivens would go down for Harrison.
Right. We kind of knew that.
I think they brought this other guy up based on just giving him extra.
They need another arm. That tells you that the bullpen is being taxed too much. That's the issue. Yeah. That's why you got to have starters.
Oh, yeah. This kid, Colton Ingram, you're talking about him?
That's him.
He came up from Richmond. So they put him on the 40. So where did he go? Who did they take off was it Howard? Oh, it was the trade of Spencer Howard that created a 40 spot.
Yeah, because they DFA'd Spencer.
No, they traded him.
They traded Howard? I thought they DFA'd him.
Well, then they made a trade. You know how that goes.
Oh, yeah. Who did they trade him to?
Cleveland. Might see him tomorrow.
No shit.
Might see him tomorrow.
Kidding. Wow.
Wouldn't that be something if he comes in and just...
Could you imagine if he comes and shuts down the Giants tomorrow? Could you imagine that? Oh, my gosh.
Actually, you know what, Eric? I can't imagine it.
Wow, I did not know that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, if he's on the roster, he might get to be in the playoffs.
I'm not sure what's going on in the chat here, but it says Harrison is not a bust. He's just young. I would agree.
No, he's not a bust. He's not a bust. I'm not saying he's a bust.
I would agree with that completely. He's only 22 years old.
He just
23.
needs more seasoning.
Yeah, he needs more seasoning. I mean, come on. It takes these guys a couple years. Harrison is a rookie.
Yeah.
He's a rookie.
And to be honest with you, it wouldn't be so bad if he goes back down to AAA just to work on some things. His command, he's got a command issue, man. And if he keeps doing that, you're going to be running into some problems.
They could do that. They could do that. I mean, I don't know why. You know why they didn't send him down, Eric, for a
because they needed him
rehab, because they're so desperate. They needed him.
But that's the problem is you do that anyway. So you're going to look what happened to the bullpen. You had to go to the bullpen and damn.
Now you make things worse.
Yeah. Now you make it worse because now you're taxing the bullpen.
Tommy Huxley says no. Harrison was a rookie last season. Yes. No, he didn't lose his rookie status last year.
Oh, that's right. He didn't. Yeah,
he did not. Let me. How did I find that out? What did I?
You looked at
Baseball Reference, right? Was it Baseball?
I think it was Baseball Reference. I think that's
because I know Ramos lost his rookie status, and so did Matos.
Yes.
Let me just check for Kyle Harrison, and I will confirm that with you here in one moment.
Come on, the Giants got to have some other arms either in AAA or something that they could come in and be in a bullpen piece. Come on. Because you know what? I think it's time, guys. Isn't it time? The time has come, I say, to get rid of Jackson and get rid of Slater. Just be done with them.
Well, that's what a good team would do.
Please, just get rid of them. We don't need them.
Kyle Harrison.
They're not contributing to the team right now. Just get rid of them. Get rid of them.
Correct. I mean, Ahmed would be if you had a better defensive shortstop that could hit, Ahmed could go too.
There you go. Correct. I wouldn't mind seeing Ahmed go too. Hey, I'm good with all three of those.
Yep.
Good. That's a good point, Lou. Now, granted, Birdsong has been a little bit better than Harrison, but he goes, today's disaster with Harrison. Now you have a rookie going tomorrow. Could get ugly. It could. But he also could go out there and actually do well because he did pretty good against the Atlanta Braves. Now, I think right now Cleveland probably has some better hitters right now than the Atlanta Braves. So it will be a test. It's going to be interesting to see how that works out. What is that? Is that wind?
It's the air conditioner. It's the air in here. Maybe we can.
No, it's all good. I just want to make sure it wasn't because it sounds like wind's blowing through a window.
Yeah, it does. It does too to me. You know what? It is. It's outside here. This door's still open. Hold on.
Oh, it's the wind.
There we go.
Yeah, I knew it. Hey, I know my sounds, man. I know my sounds.
I could hear the dang thing too. I'm like,
I
man, if that's the air conditioner. Let's address this deal right here with Kyle Harrison up on the screen.
I thought the wolves were howling.
Yeah. Can you guys see that rookie status right there?
Or does it say rookie status at? Oh, still intact through 2024. There you go.
Yep. See how that works?
Yeah.
Now, if we went to, how do we call it? Helliot, as Los would call it.
Helliot.
All right. See, Elliot Ramos,
rookie status exceeded rookie limits during the 2023 season. There you go.
Yep. Thank you, Farhan. You could have had a rookie of the year, possibly.
I think Wynn's still in the IL, Tommy, if I'm not mistaken. Elbow issues.
Luis Matos. Another guy who exceeded rookie limits.
Last year. Yep.
I wonder about Wisely. Is Wisely still a rookie? I bet he is.
No, I don't think so. No.
He wasn't up. He wasn't up that much last year, was he?
Didn't he come from another organization?
Yeah, but he never played in the big leagues. He was with Tampa Bay in the minors.
It should be interesting. Let's check it out.
Let's take a look. Brett Wisely.
Would Jung-Hoo Lee be a rookie next year? Ooh, good question.
Brett Wisely still intact.
Oh, it is. I'm guessing Jung-Hoo Lee is probably still, right? You bet, Tommy.
It's close because Mato. Yeah, I don't know about Jung-Hoo. We won't know till next year, I guess, right?
Exactly.
I mean, somebody knows the answer now. I just don't know it. Any other rookies on the Giants that could be rookies that aren't rookies anymore? I'm just curious how many rookies are. So. VR's probably lost his rookie status.
Yeah, he's had to have lost it.
I mean, he can't be a rookie. This is his third year up, right?
What about Jelly? Exceeded it in 2022.
Okay. Sean Jelly. He can't be a rookie. Sean Jelly.
Exceeded last year.
Last year. Okay. But a lot of the young guys. I mean, you got
Fitzgerald. How about Fitzgerald?
Oh, yeah. He's got to be a rookie. Tyler Fitzgerald.
Still intact. There you go. Still a rookie.
Okay. So your rookies right now then are Kyle Harrison and Tyler Fitzgerald and Brett Wisely. Second-year guys, basically. Matos and Ramos and Jelly all exceeded their limits last year. Anybody else? Can't think of anybody else.
I can't think of anyone else.
Randy Rodriguez.
Oh, he's definitely a rookie.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
This is his first call-up, right? Wasn't it this year?
Yeah. So Randy Rodriguez is a rookie.
Yeah, Bailey. He's
Bailey. He exceeded last year.
Yeah.
I mean, but think about that. There's a lot of 1 and 2 year guys. If they could.
I think we lost Dan. Earth to Dan. Dan. I think we lost. I think we lost them. Oh, man. We lost Dan. I don't know where he went, but I think we lost Dan right in the middle of a thought. You can see he has that expression on his face. He's thinking, figured it out. Yeah, he's definitely here. I'll go ahead and remove him for now. He's just frozen. If I see him moving again, I'll bring him back in. I don't know what happened, but he's having technical issues. Good old Dan Coach Emilio. Contemplating. And there he went. Okay, maybe he'll show back up. All right. We'll give it a minute here. And he's back. I think. Hold on. He's kind of back, but it's a white window. I'm looking at the green room. Still waiting. Anyways, let's get back to this. Slater, Jackson, they got to go, man. Just got to go. I think we've seen enough, right? We've seen enough. We don't need to see any more. We know how they are. Look at this. This is July 6th. Seen enough. No more. No more, I tell you. Shake and bake. Is it too early to see what Wizenhunt can do given how Birdsong has done? Yeah, we might see Wizenhunt. You never know, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the next guy. He's the next guy up. I'm pretty sure he's the next guy up. Would not be surprised because you don't know how these guys are going to act. You don't know how these guys are going to perform when they come off the IL or if there's another significant injury. I'm pretty sure he's going to be the next guy up. Unless they bring Bivens back. I'm pretty sure we'll see Bivens again. That would not surprise me either. But as far as when Wizenhunt is concerned, yeah, I think we'll see him. All right. He's popped back in, and man. There he is. I don't know what he's doing. And he's back.
I'll let you bring me in if you could see me. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw you. I was watching for you.
It kept.
You were frozen.
Must be a weak band of internet here at this. They call it a 5-star hotel. I call it a 3G hotel.
No, there you go. There, yeah, you were frozen, man.
Man, oh man.
People were saying it looked like you were contemplating life, just the way you were sitting there looking. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Kind of am contemplating some things these days.
What's up, Shardaw? Can you send me the link? No, not right now. Maybe later. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see, Shardaw. You behave, and then maybe we'll throw the link.
No. Hey, man. I almost sent you. I was in the car.
Well,
My in and out.
yeah, you're frozen. Are you? Can you hear me? There, now you're back.
You. In and out burger here, man.
You were saying I was in the car and you just.
Yeah, I was listening. I videotaped the ocean and my driver was playing some Rod Stewart and Rod Stewart came on with that song.
You did it again, man. You did it. He goes, Rod Stewart came on with.
I might have to just bow out of this thing and let it go, man, if it's going to keep doing this. I don't know. So what's on the horizon? Tomorrow's an early morning.
Yeah, we got. Dan, are you there? Dan. 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 Oh, man. This is so bad. Doug Sakamoto says, I hate when they give away games. Is Farhan setting up these lineups? Send up your 9 best hitters. Farhan is saying there are only 3 everyday players on this roster. Soler, Ramos, and Chapman. Good point, Doug. Doug, that is a fantastic point. Something that we've been talking about. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to send out the link. Lou, here comes the link, man. I'm sending it to you. There we go. Oh, Lou is saying he's ready to come in here and drop some damn bombs. Uh-oh. Here we go. But all righties can hit lefties. Yeah, Audie. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm surprised. Freaking, I guarantee you, if VR wasn't sent down, Wisely would have not been batting in the 9-hole today. No way. No way. No way. Not yet, Shardo. Hey, there's the link, Lou. I put it out there in the chat. Hold on. Let me see if he's still in here. Let me message him. Just stand by, guys. There we go. All right. Carrasco has been in baseball 10 plus years. Yeah, exactly. He's been in there. Well, look at the pitcher today. The pitcher that came in today, he had like almost a 6 ERA. And he was acting like he was freaking Sandy Koufax against the Giants out there, at least for the first 3 innings. Goodness gracious, man. My thoughts on S monologue on with Marty Lurie on y'all's the best. On with y'all best. Well, I appreciate that. I think you're trying. I think you're trying to say Ed Montague, right? Isn't that what you're trying to say? Dan is Joe Biden, says Nick. Yeah, I'm reading the chat, Mike. That's what I'm doing. Shout out to Daly City Nations Burger, best breakfast in town. Look at that. Rocks with the sponsorship. Marty is a beautiful homer, Lou. I don't know about that. I don't know that about PK. Did you get the link there? Here, I'll put it back out there for you, Lou. It's back out there. You're trying to say Montague, not monologue, right? Ed Montague. Yeah, Carrasco hasn't been good, but come on, man. Neither was the starting pitcher today. Not sure if you're on. Nope, not on Instagram. It says Giants fans are finally coming around to get rid of Ahmed. How about getting rid of Slater? Are people coming around about getting rid of Slater or Jackson? How about that? Those are the first two guys who got to go. After that, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Ahmed go. All right, here we go. We got a bunch of guys coming in here. All right, without further ado, let me go ahead and bring in. Whoa. I hear a bunch. Hey, Lou's going to come in, Dan. Dan's ready about to throw this thing in the room. Hold on one second. Let me bring in Lou. Lou, what's up, man? You're coming to the rescue.
We got problems.
We do. Hey, what's up, senior? Dan, it's bad. It's there's a big echo. Here, I'm gonna kick you out for right now, Dan. He's about ready to. He's about to lose his mind, Lou. Anyway,
Nothing we can do.
Exactly. So, Lou, you're saying you're going to say something that's going to upset some people. I got to hear what you have to say.
No. I just, I think what's amazing about our show is when the Giants win, our chat says one thing. When we lose, we come back and say something else. And, I think
that happens.
One thing is we're all real fans. So
Correct.
That's what makes baseball so great and what makes this show so great. But it's just amazing how you brought up some great points tonight that I absolutely love. One was why we didn't get a rehab. I don't know, since Snell's had, I think, 8, it seems like. But also with today, why it's so important. Tomorrow's getaway day. We are now going to have a rook going in Cleveland. And Cleveland is at that point where you can almost feel like they're about to launch. And we're going to be right back in the same situation with the bullpen, and that's the one thing I don't like, and I think it's gotten to the point, with Melvin I think Melvin is so frustrated now. He only thinks about this game and doesn't care about tomorrow or anything else. Why he bought Luke Jackson. If you look at Luke Jackson's 8 previous appearances, I think 6 of them, he's given up a home run. It's not like he gave up 3 or 4 or 5 hits in a row.
Exactly.
He gives up the home run. And, it's also like a punch in the gut. The Giants, that first inning could have been 10-0 Cleveland. We got out of it. We battled back. And then what happens? It's almost like he knew it, but that home run sort of hit us in the gut. And then we couldn't come through with it. And that's what's frustrated being a fan, because everybody can see that. Then why wouldn't him?
The reverb is bad. Man.
Who is this? Luke Jackson?
Who is this? You good, Dan? You got it? No.
You know what I mean, Eric? It's just one of those things. It's the same thing like when he pinch hits Slater and it's a bunting situation, and what happens? He can't get the bunt down. And then, of course, he'll strike out, and the next guy gets a hit where if Slater just does his job, we tie up the game or something like that. It's just these moves. And it's not like, I think you bring up a great point. It's not the first time. A lot of these moves are backfiring left and right. Now, the Giants, hey, if we can go, even if we lose tomorrow, we're going to go 3-on-3. I would have given that.
That's good.
If we win tomorrow, it's still a great, great road trip. But we need to get tomorrow and also have the best chance to win tomorrow. I just don't want to have, us down 2 or 3-0 early, because what are we going to do with our bullpen? And I think that's a big thing, because it's not like, we have 2 days off.
Right.
We got to fly all the way home. And then,
Correct.
we start a tough series. And, who knows? Some of these guys might be thinking, hey, the All-Star break's right around the corner.
Right.
And they got a battle.
Yes. You got it now, Dan?
I don't got my AirPods in. It's not working.
You're lagging bad.
Bro,
It's not giving me the doggone. There we go. There we go.
It's lagging really bad.
Can you hear me?
We can hear
I'm
you.
gonna cut
but
in and
lagging.
out probably. I won't stay long.
You're frozen.
You're pretty bad right now. You're frozen.
All right. I think the
There you
IT
go.
guys just showed up here at the.
There we go.
All right. I'm gonna get out. I'll come back when they fix this. Their Wi-Fi stinks right now. I'll try later. You got the Wi-Fi guy here right now. All right.
Sounds good.
Okay.
See you in a bit. All right, there you go, guys. He's called IT. I don't know if there's anything they can do, to be honest with you. It's
So that's all I really wanted to say. It's like, tomorrow's a huge game. We can make sure we have a great road trip, and then we have success with our last homestand before the All-Star break. Everyone sees that.
Mhm.
It's just, you're not going to put a lot of pressure on our starter, who's probably never pitched in Cleveland. The place is sold out again tomorrow, and there's a lot of pressure. Sort of reminds me of the torture years where, when we only scored 2 or 3 runs, where the pitchers knew they had to pitch basically, give up 2 runs or less, or the game was over.
correct.
We
You
all
put a lot
remember
of
that,
stress
even though it's 10, 12, and 14 years ago.
Now, here's the thing is because I really thought they were going to be able to take it to the guy today because the guy had almost a 6 ERA, but he came out and he was getting them. He had 9 strikeouts.
Have these pitchers against us all look like Cy Young.
Oh, it's crazy.
And then our announcer says, well, we just haven't seen him yet. We just need time to adjust.
See, come on. I don't like to hear that because look what the Giants did to Glasnow and Paxton. They were doing pretty decent for the Dodgers, and
Correct.
they were able to take. But then you see a crappy pitcher, and then they can't do nothing, and that's just baseball. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. But I think Nick says the Indians don't impress me, but I think their lineup is better than Atlanta's. I think their lineup is better than Atlanta's. The way that they're throwing up at bats. Olsen for Atlanta, didn't do nothing.
Nah, he's been to tell you the truth, it shows when you lose your best player, either your teammates step up or they sort of falter. Because if you look at Atlanta's lineup, it hadn't been the same since the MVP dropped down. And the problem is they all probably think they got to play better than they have to. You know? And it's one of those things where, Olsen's a stud. We all know that. I'd love for him to be on our team, but he's trying to hit the 3-run homer when nobody's on. They got to get back to small ball. And they're the Atlanta Braves where they assume, people are coming into Atlanta. We'll take 2 out of 3 without trying, but that's not how it is right now. A lot of teams are getting hot.
Exactly. And that's the thing. A lot of these teams are going to get hot. They're going to get cold. Like the Giants, they're on a hot streak. It would have been nice to see them go 4-2. And they,
Still can't. Just tomorrow's a big game. Exactly.
It is a big game. And I like what you said too, because you had a rookie today in Harrison. I was, I don't know how he's going to perform because he didn't have a rehab. I was like, we'll see how this works out. When you haven't pitched in the big leagues for 3 weeks, you're not going to be sharp. And the guy's not sharp already. He already has issues commanding. So it's like, why not just to give him a rehab? But you saw what happened. And now, because they're rushing him back, now you to rest the bullpen. But guess what you wind up doing? You wind up having to go to the bullpen. Tomorrow, who knows? One good thing about Birdsong, at least he's stretched out to go at least 90 plus.
Yeah.
As far as pitches. But it's all going to depend on, does he have those high stress innings? Is he going to have the 20 plus innings? And if that's the case, you're not going to go very deep. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of pitcher on that kid. we'll see how he maintains. Now Bailey wasn't in the lineup today, so maybe that'll be a little bit better for tomorrow. Maybe that lengthens the lineup a little bit.
He's a switch hitter. He's got to be in the lineup every day. My God.
Yeah,
Kirk Casale we got from the minors to play with us. It seems like, I know we have our lefty right-hand lineup, but, when Bailey's up there, especially with runners in scoring position, I feel very confident.
Yep.
With Kirk Casale, it's almost like a blue pit, or something. You need a presence out there, and that's what Bailey's all about.
One thing,
the guy's a stud. Let him play. He might not come through, but I feel more comfortable with him. Yeah, and I think he's just so good defensively. No one tries to steal with that arm. It's another part of the game that we sort of forget when he's not in the lineup.
That's true. I mean, this year hasn't been quite as good as it was last year, but his bat is playing a little bit better. But here's the thing. I mean, Casale did draw 3 walks today, so he did get on base. Unfortunately, they just couldn't do nothing with it. That's the issue. Slater, man.
It's a weekly thing.
Why? I don't know. I don't know why they still have him. It's July 6th. I've said this. He is who he is, and he's not going to get any better. Yeah, okay, sure. He might get up to 215, 220. But I'm tired of seeing him in the lineup. He's not doing anything, especially against quote-unquote the lefties, the specialty. I mean, what? Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's see what he's doing against lefties.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to do.
Let's see what we got here. Let's see what his splits are. I bet you they're not good. Give me a minute here. Oh, man. Let's see. Where's the splits? Here we go. Where are we at? Platoon splits.
I think tomorrow's Birdsong might be his biggest test ever in the major leagues.
He is batting 169 against lefties.
That's
20 strikeouts. 20 strikeouts. And 65 at-bats.
1/3 of the time. Yeah, he always strikes out. That's what I was saying.
Against lefties. He's batting 300 against righties.
I mean, he's got 202. He had 2 more Ks today. Thank God. The usual. I mean, I know he got a hit, but 2 Ks. He's at 202. I mean, how they think he's an expert. He's just not the same player as the last couple of years. And you got to do something about it because he's a playoff. I mean, he's a position player that, right now he's not coming through. So we got to get someone that can.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, you just look through our lineup. Conforto at least is back to 240. Matos is at 230. I mean, Solar, God, 226.
Mm-hmm. Ahmed.
It's bad.
And Ahmed, he's 230 something. Or I think right at
I think you brought up a great point today. Because of our lineup, we didn't have Wade start, didn't have Conforto start, Yaz, and then we have Fitzgerald, Casale. Literally, that's almost like 15 outs of the 27, where we're not expecting almost anything. So really, the other pitcher really only has to concentrate on the other 12 outs.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And that's not putting pressure on the opposing pitcher.
No.
Alive says Slater needs to go. Well, I think you were probably here last night.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Mr. Wilby put together a nice
hair metal.
Speed
metal.
Yeah. He put together a nice little ditty called Slater's Final Strike. I think it kind of sums up exactly what we feel about Mr. Austin Slater. Here we go.
Shattered dreams, strikes out, nowhere to be. On the field, futile quest, nightmare rage, no contest. Fumble, stumble, every play, lacks the fire in dismay. Wasted Wasted talent, endless fire. Time to put his name on fire. Sailors on the run. Futility has won. Step aside in dismay. Wasted talent, endless fire. Time to put his name on fire. Sailors on the run. Futility has won. Step aside, it's done. Rosters burning sun. Yes, slaves, wasting times. Error stacking, grievous crimes. Echo rules, clouds the same. Every game, endless pain. Grant him no! Question now, forward the team. Chase new dreams, brighter beam. Stop the rot, ignite the spark. Leave the shadows, light the dark. Spiders on the run. Futility has won. Step aside, it's done. Rosters burning sun. Slayers on the run.
Love it.
Futility has won. Step aside, it's done. Rosters burning sun. Step aside, it's done. Rosters burning sun. Missed slaves, wasted times, error stacking, grievous crimes, echo moves, cross the stain, every game, endless pain. Now for the team, chase new dreams, brighter beam, stop the rocks, ignite the spark, leave the shadows, light the dark. Light the dark.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Slater's final strike. Came in just in time, Dan.
Yeah, I was watching it. I figured out the issue. Well, the IT guy did. Where I was sitting in the room was outside the realm of the Wi-Fi. So I had to move, and I'm over.
Eric, that explains his new title below Dan.
Hey, look at that. Look at those ugly guys, man.
right on the tube, man.
Look at that.
Right
Look
up
at
there
that.
on the tube in the Philippines.
How about that?
The
No one
big
else can see
screen.
that.
So anyway, I won't stay too long, but I think this is a little better, right? We're not fading out in and out.
So far, so good.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go grab something to eat here. It's noon, whatever it is, noon, 12:15. Let's see.
No, I think it's getting close to 1.
Yeah, it's been that long. Wow. So, well, you guys pretty much, covered the game. I don't know what else there is to cover as far as what's going forward, but I do think tomorrow, if they'll go for what, their 1, 2, 3, 4 straight series tomorrow.
Yeah, it would if they win tomorrow, it'll be 4 straight series. Correct.
Yeah, Cubs, Dodgers, Braves, Guardians. So
very impressive.
Yeah, that would be a very impressive run. They're 8-4. When I said I thought they'd go 8-12 during the stretch. They definitely put it together. Hopefully tomorrow will be they can, bring the bats. Tomorrow's Carrasco's going for Cleveland, 5.25 ERA. Against who did we? Oh, Birdsong. Yeah. So it'll be a test because this will be Birdsong's
third start.
Yeah, but who was his first start up against?
Wasn't against the Dodgers?
No.
Either the Cubs or the Dodgers, because then he played against. Then he played against Atlanta.
Okay, so this would be his first road start.
Second road start.
Yeah,
Did he pitch in Chicago or he pitched? No, he pitched home
I thought
against.
he pitched in Atlanta, didn't he? I could have sworn he pitched in Atlanta.
Wait a
He
minute.
pitched in Atlanta.
But he pitched on the homestand against Chicago at home, and then he pitched. Oh, that's right, in Atlanta. Did he pitch in Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm almost positive
Okay.
he pitched in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think he did. I think you're right. Okay.
Yeah,
So
thanks,
this-
D-Lodi. Yeah.
So this is not his first road start. That's
No.
good. That's good. So
But
he's
this
already
team is better than Atlanta, I think. I think this team is better than Atlanta.
Oh yeah, it's a better team than Atlanta. Atlanta's not fully, loaded. So I mean they're down. But yeah. So tomorrow, Giants. I'll let you guys go and wrap it up. Tomorrow's an early game, 10:40. You want to still do a Sunday night show then?
Sunday night, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys finish the rest. And I don't know anything else to say about this team. There, I guess the one thing you can say is they keep chasing 500.
Keep chasing 500. I know.
Cannot get to that 500. Now, tomorrow, a victory tomorrow is a super builder to come home.
Yeah.
And be 1 under 500 with a 6-game homestand with a chance to finish the first half over 500. You lose tomorrow, the flight is a little less, it's not as happy of a flight. You lose tomorrow, and then you're 3 back under. Now you've got to pretty much win 5 of 6 to be above 500. Otherwise, even if you win 4 and 2, you're still under 500. So, I mean, not that being over 500 at the break has to be. I've seen the Giants do it in the past. Back in 1987, I remember there were a record at 53 and 55. I think I've covered this before on the show. They went at a 4-game stretch at home against Cincinnati, won all 4. They were trailing the Reds by like 4 or 5 games at the time in the division. They were 53 and 55, finished 91 and 71, if I'm not mistaken. Either 90, they won 90 or 91 games. So they went on a tear. The last, they only lost like 15 or 16 games the rest of the year. So it can be done, but it's a little more difficult to do that in today's environment with so many, the schedule and everything. So we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Lineup tomorrow, going to go back to the lefties. It'll be leading off, Soler being the leadoff spot. Ramos will be back at 2. Or Wade.
Yep.
No, Wade.
No, Wade. Then Ramos a 3.
Ramos 3, Chapman 4, Conforto 5, Yaz. No, Bailey. Where's Bailey?
Oh no, Wade. Yeah. Bailey's got to be in there. Maybe Bailey's after Chapman.
Okay. 3 Ramos. I'm going to say Bailey 4, Chapman 5, lefty righty. Chapman 5, 6 Conforto, 7 probably
Ahmed.
Yaz. 8 will be Wisely. 9 will be Ahmed. Ahmed will get the start again, probably, huh?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, maybe they'll go Fitzgerald. Maybe they'll go Fitzgerald at second. I would do that. I think they do that tomorrow. I'll bet you Fitzgerald plays second or short, and Wisely does the other. I think I would.
You're going to sit on mid? Think so?
I would. I would just put Fitzgerald at short. Leave Wisely at second. He's been playing good there.
Yeah, he has.
And don't mess with it, and just put Fitzgerald in more speed. I think he's got a better chance of doing something at the plate than Ahmed. That's what I would do, but we'll see. That's my guess for tomorrow. But you guys have a great rest of the show. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
All right. Sounds good, man.
All right. Hey, thanks, Lou. Good to see you, man.
Always.
Hit those squares, man. See if we can get some sales.
Oh yeah. Have you checked your email lately? Because it's all.
Let me look at it right now.
Real quick, while you're here, guys, this is what we're doing. All the regulars already understand what's going on here. We're selling squares, $15 a square. Okay. So far, we got quite a bit. I think we're like around 30 squares. Each square gives you a chance to win 4 tickets, not just regular tickets. We're talking front row tickets right next to the Giants dugout. Lou Marston, who's in here with our show, he has offered up these tickets. It's going to be on the 14th of August against the Atlanta Braves. Should be an evening game, if not mistaken. I think a 6:45 start. But yeah, you win a square and you get 4 tickets right there at the front row. Fantastic. Matter of fact, you can kind of see the shot of where the seats are. If you look right behind the squares there, I got it superimposed behind it. And all the proceeds are going to go to a little child named Elijah. He had lost his mother recently. She passed away in her sleep. They're trying to raise funds for him and for his father, because the father didn't have any life insurance on his fiance at the time, because they weren't married yet. So it's to help this family. So we're trying to do our part by donating. All the funds, all the proceeds will go to the GoFundMe. And if you win, you get 4 tickets. The way that you get the tickets is email Dan at NorCalSportsNetwork@gmail.com. You email him. He will give you his Venmo, and then you can Venmo him the $15 for, depending on how many squares you buy. You buy 1 square, you donate 15. And then we put your name on one of the squares, and then if you have a preference of a number, if it's available, we'll put it on there. If not, it's just going to go wherever there's availability. So there you go.
All right, man. Hey, no emails. Didn't see anything. Okay. So fire those emails up, and we'll get you the Venmo, and you can send the money. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll see if the Giants can finish this road trip up on a high note, or still a successful trip, win or lose tomorrow.
Yeah, it's still successful.
Still a successful trip, but it will be really successful if they can pull that out tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow.
All right. Take it easy, Dan.
All right. Later.
See you. All right. There was Dan, Coach Emilio.
Hey, Eric, what I wanted to talk to you about, I think with we keep talking about Slater and Luke, could they be waiting? Because I just realized 3 weeks from Tuesday is the trade deadline.
Yes.
Obviously, we're going to play next week. Then the following week is All-Star Week, where, we get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off to that Friday. And then the following week, it's almost the trade deadline. So maybe they're just keeping them on till that, because if we do make a move, obviously we're going to have to cut people or DFA people. Maybe we're just keeping them on. I never really thought about that. But
I mean, are they really going to get anything for the way those two are performing?
No, I don't. I just think they're going to have to DFA him once we get somebody. I don't personally think the Giants can do anything, because when you look at our lineup, most guys are making way too much money. Another team won't want them, and all our pitchers that are probably our best asset are all coming off injuries. No one's going to sign Snell. No one wants Snell right now because we're stuck with him. He's making $1.9 million to start. The guy's 0-4 with an ERA of 20, right? And then we got 2 other guys coming off injuries that we're not sure of. I mean, right now, and again, every year it's the same thing with Farhan. If we play 500, we're only 4 games back. We're getting 3 new release. We're getting 3 new starters. Won't do anything. I personally am just worried. And I brought that up earlier with Ramos. Guy's never played more than 40 games, right? He's a rookie, you know? Right. And you got to remember, not only is he going to get tired, it seems like every game he's up in clutch situations. You can only ask a guy to be so good. Remember, you're great in the major leagues if you're out 7 out of 10 times. Right now, he's playing better than that. But, you got to remember, too, second time when teams starting to face him. I mean, I'm so surprised why they give him so many great pitches to hit. Because the guys behind him aren't beating us, but it's just a matter of time.
Yep. They're going to have to do something because it's just I'm tired of just seeing Slater. They're not doing nothing. They're not doing anything.
Useless.
It's useless. Exactly. Come on, man. Gosh, I get tired of it made no sense in the situation that Melvin put in Jackson. You're only down by 1. It's a high leverage situation. He has shown that he can't be a high leverage pitcher. You're telling me they couldn't go to someone else?
He gets rocked. And they're never cheapies.
No, they're not. That guy blasted that thing to left field.
The other thing, too, is I want to bring up one thing. Since 2015, we've only had 1 winning record in the second half of the year. So it's not like we're one of these teams that, the old Snell, he'll be better the second half. We've always faltered the second halves of the season. Just look at our records. God, 2 years ago, we were 15 games, it seemed like over, and we dropped below 500. Remember, guys, in the last 5 years of Farhan, we've only had 1 year where we are at least 1 game over 500. Every other year we're below. So how do you guys think all of a sudden with this team, with all the injuries, with all the pitching problems, where our bullpen in the second half is going to be they're going to be like Rod Beck can barely lift their arms. It's a tough situation. Yeah. And again, I love getting new pitchers, strong arms, but I wish we had bats. Strong bats that could be coming up. Pitching can only get us so far.
And the only way you're going to get bats right now is by a trade, but I'm afraid of, I don't know. It's going to be dependent on where the Giants are at the trade deadline. Like I said, I don't want to, if they were 1 bat away and you just had to get a rental, okay, maybe. I just don't want to do a rental.
Yeah, we got to do the Eric rule. If they're on a rental, we don't go for it. But you got to remember, all the teams ahead of us are also thinking the same thing.
Same thing, exactly.
People keep forgetting, the Giants will make a move. I know Robert's a big fan, but you got to remember, San Diego. Are you telling me if San Diego can get within 5 games of the Dodgers, you're not going to go for the division? They're going for the division, not the wild card. These other teams, you got to remember, too, it's just not us. The Yankees right now are having problems with starting pitching. They're going to try to get starters. I mean, today they had a rookie hit 3 homers. I've never even heard of the kid.
I never heard of him.
You know what I mean? So everyone ahead of us is going to be trying to make trades. And, it's going to be the same thing with Farhan. And we've learned about Farhan. He's the day of the trade deadline type of guy. He never goes early. Usually it's the last.
He waits
hour.
to the last. Yeah.
And what sort of sucks is it always seems like, oh God, we could have got that guy, and the team gets him 3 days before the trade deadline.
Yep. Hey, let's go over some scores real quick. They're bottom of the 10th in San Diego. Diamondbacks are up 7-4.
Extra inning rule.
Oh, there we go. Can the Padres do it again? I might have to bring that one up. Yankees destroy the Red Sox 14-4. Again, there's that Ben Rice kid who had 3 home runs in his wasn't that his very first game? I can't remember. Was that his first game?
Yeah, I've never heard of the kid. I don't know.
I can't remember. He hasn't been up long if he has.
Yeah.
Twins destroy the Astros 9-3.
We'll be seeing them.
Did you hear about that kid Miranda?
No, what happened?
In his last 12 at-bats, he's had 12 hits. Incredible.
That sounds like us in our last 12 games.
Exactly. You got the Angels blanking the Cubs 7-0. Mets beat the Pirates 5-2. Nationals destroy the Cardinals 14-6. The rookie James Wood hits his first.
That team is young and they're all talented from the trade they made with San Diego. All those young kids going up are all part of that trade.
Yep.
That's why
right.
we can't be afraid to trade someone good.
Yep. Exactly. Rangers beat the Rays 4-3. Athletics put up 19 against the Orioles. Holy crap. 19-8. Marlins beat the White Sox. That's a nothing game. Tigers beat the Reds 5-3. As we know, Guardians beat the Giants 5-4. Blue Jays beat the Mariners 5-4. Dodgers beat the Brewers 5-3.
Ohtani again.
Yeah, hits his 28th. Braves beat up on the Phillies 5-1. Ozzy Albies hits a 431 footer. Ooh. And Rockies beat the Royals. How does that happen? Wow. Well, it is in Colorado, so there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, what do we got out here in the chat? Not his first game. Okay, thanks, Audie. I'm not sure how long he's been up.
That was his first game, and he had 3 bombs.
Could you imagine if it was? Wow, that would have been something. Yeah, I don't know what. I know he's a recent call up, so I don't know. The Yankees, that's a team that's probably going to be buying. I'm sure they're going to be buying. Of course, the Dodgers will be buying. It's going to be interesting to see how this because the trade deadline, that stuff's going to start really perking up here.
Yeah,
from here on out, man, it's going to be a bunch of rumors out there. It's going to be really interesting. Everyone's talking about restaurants in the city.
Yeah, I see that.
You know about any of those?
Yeah, well, I used to go to Toto's in Daly City. It was right next to the shoe fair where you could get your Chuck Taylors growing up in Daly City. Now they got a great theater there, but Toto's Pizza was sort of a very unique place, and you had the shoe fair right next door. Some guys are talking about San Bruno. I was a big fan of El Faro's Burritos in San Bruno. And then, of course, South City Car Wash. Even though I'm born and raised in San Francisco, those places are all, 15 minutes away.
Right. Interesting. That's cool.
So, it's sort of funny because we talked recently about us losing Golden Gate Fields. There used to be a racetrack in San Mateo called Bay Meadows. And they always had a great deli. They had a place called Brothers. Great deli, best pastrami sandwiches in a while, and just a lot of good joints. That's one thing about San Francisco. It's really, we have McDonald's, Jack in the Box, and not really great places. Once you get out of the city, either toward San Mateo or toward Marin or even Oakland, well, not Oakland anymore. I mean, the whole city is a disaster. But those other 2 places have a lot of very high-end chain restaurants, I guess the best way to say it.
Nice. Michael says, that's where I always bought my Converse and All-Star tennis shoes.
Oh, yeah. Chuck Taylor's. Yeah.
There you go.
Shoe fair was right next door to Toto's Pizza in Daly City.
AB says he loves El Faro. He also says,
El
what
Faro
neighborhood?
burritos were the best. Huge. They were like $6 for the it was the best.
Wow.
Still there, by the way.
What neighborhood did you grow up in the city?
I grew up by West Portal.
AB will probably know about that.
Yeah. West Portal. So they got a great sub place there that's been there 4th generation. Mr. Submarine, one of the originals.
He says, do you remember Peppermill in Daly City?
Oh, so the Peppermill, just so you know, Eric, is, of course, a casino in Reno. And they were always very well known where they had all the waitresses wore very low skirts.
Oh.
So in Daly City, I used to work at a sporting goods store there called Big Five.
Okay.
And they used to have the Plaza Theater over there, but the Peppermill restaurant was everything but the casino. And they had the big bonfires. You could actually go in the restaurant, bring a date, and you'd have the fire going right there. Very romantic. And every single waitress literally had the skirts above their knees.
Oh.
And just showing a little bit. It was sort of like, a Las Vegas type of swing place, very high end, and it was in Daly City.
Gotcha.
Last place you would look.
Gotcha. Adi says, freaking love Big Five. Johnny says, Big Five is lame.
Two different people. See, one probably got a good deal. The other one went to go get a good deal, and they were probably sold out.
Are you serious? Are the Diamondbacks blowing it again? Oh,
that extra
damn, they are. Hold on. Here we go. They are blowing it. Hold on.
You got to remember, they start the runner at second. Anything's possible.
Oh, my gosh. Can this happen again? I had this on last night. Gosh dang it. What happened? Let's bring up the dots, everybody. At least you don't get a copyright strike, but we could see live what's going on, what's transpiring here. Man, that was some dramatics yesterday. Here we go. What's going to happen here? What was the number 5? It's not registering.
7-5 and runners at second and third. That's why you got to get that first out of the extra innings.
Yep.
That's probably the biggest out of the game. You got to get that first one.
They're kind of in the lower part. Merrill's he's a good player, man. Peralta's due up then, and then I don't know who Johnson and Hassan Kim. He has a 3-hit night. Let's see what happens here, guys.
And by the way, Eric,
see what happens.
You don't see San Diego complaining because they're missing one of their main guys.
No, not at all.
And they're gonna be at the trade deadline. They'll do whatever it takes. Money's no object.
Exactly. Look at that. They're 6 games above 500 right now.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens in the outcome of this game. But currently, right now, they're 6 games above 500. They're playing some good ball. I mean, you can't, just like how the Giants have been playing good ball. I mean, so have the Padres. You can't deny that.
It's funny, Eric. We went 4-2 to end the month. We had a losing season.
Bases loaded.
And everybody above us had a winning month.
Yes.
That's what's so crazy. I mean,
exactly.
We can lose tomorrow, and we're going to lose in the last 2 weeks in the standings. And even though we've been playing so well,
right? Who is this Johnson kid? I never seen him before. B. Johnson. Who the heck is he? He came in as a pinch hitter for Capasano.
Probably another young rookie stud.
Took a called strike right down the middle. I'm sure he's probably taken. They always take at least one.
Are you sure he's not one of our guys? He's batting 167.
I know. Well, ball in the dirt. I don't know if it got away or not. Did it? Oh, no, the runners are still staying. You can see it on that little map. Lou says, bought my first album at Mayfair Supermarket in Daly City. All right, guys, let's see what happens. Counts 1-1. Bases are loaded. No outs. Can the San Diego Padres pull off another miracle? Oh, foul.
And that place is rocking. Saturday night, good weather in San Diego.
Yep. Where did they go? Did they make the catch? I don't think they made the catch, did they? You can see it's nice over here. If you see this little window up in the upper left-hand corner.
That's sort of new. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, they just started doing it this year. I like it because you could see what's going on. Not so bad. So he fouled it off to the left over there. It looks like on the Padres side of the dugout. No, not the Padres side. Yeah, that is Padres side. Ooh, string and strike 4. He's down or out number 1. Bases are still loaded. All right, here comes Hassan Kim. Guy has 3 hits already. Here comes a mound visit. Let's see. Is he going? You got the whole gang showing up. If the whole gang shows up, usually that means they're yanking him, right? He's already got 22 pitches.
I know 9th and Irving very well for AB.
No, that's not. It's the visitor side dugout. My bad.
The great donut store that's been there for 85 years. And of course, Gordo's, yes.
What are they doing? Yep, they yanked him. There goes the pitcher walking off. So who's coming in for Vieira? I wonder if it's going to be Seawald again. No, because this is bottom of the 10th. Did he already? Here, let's see. Let's look at the who's come in already. Oh my gosh, look how many pitchers they've used. Bott went 4 1/3. Ginkel did 1 2/3. Mantiply went.
Shows how important the game is.
That tells me I wonder if Seawald's coming back in.
Oh, that's because last night, what's his name pitched 8 innings for Arizona. Going
to be interesting. Come on, make the announcement. I can't tell who's coming in or not.
Kim.
Oh, it was Bryce Johnson. Yeah, didn't he play for the Giants at one time? Bryce Johnson?
Well, that's what I was saying. He's batting 167. That sounds like us.
What website? It's on the just all you got to do is go to MLB.com and look at if you see at the very top, it has all the scores. If you hover over it, it says either MLB TV or Game Day. This is Game Day through the MLB. It's pretty cool. Wait, who is this? Humberto Castellanos replaces Vieira. I've never heard of Humberto Castellanos. I can't say it. I'll stick with Castellanos. Humberto. Close enough. Close enough. Yeah, it's on Hulu too if you want to spend a boatload of money. I could go watch it too. I got the package where I could watch them all. But I'm on here, so I can't watch it and be on here at the same time. That wouldn't work out too well.
Kim stud.
Oh, he's awesome, man. His average isn't all that great, but man, he's got 3 hits tonight. Let's see if he can pull it off. I'm guessing, is this guy right-handed pitcher? Let's see what this Castellanos kid can do. Wait, what is his ERA? 10. He's got a 10 ERA. Oh boy. Then again, it kind of gets inflated. It gets inflated when you have a bad out. Oh, whoa, what's going on here? I'm already missing it. 1-1. First pitch almost looks like it hit him. Second pitch was a called strike. Let's see if Hassan Kim, man, if he gets a hit, that's going to score 2 runs. Ooh, fouls it off on a ball inside. Wonder why he swung at that one.
I don't even know where he came from. They had him 2 years ago because of the Tatis injury, and they captured a stud.
Yeah. Oh, this is not going to look good for the Padres because they got a catcher that's kind of a weak hitting catcher due up after Kim. So, he strikes out. Why did he swing at that, Kim? Ugly, man. Do you see where that pitch is? Oh, brother. All right, here we go. I can't even say his name. I think they just call him Higgs, if I'm not mistaken. We'll stick with that. Come on. Let's go. Ooh, curveball, way outside. Hey, Anonymous is in the house. What's up, man? He says, I've been asking about Toto's for a couple of years. Is it still open? Also, does anyone remember the Chinese restaurant on El Camino in San Bruno called Fuck You? Do you remember that, Lou?
Never heard of that one, but Toto's closed. It's actually now a movie theater. Pretty good movie theater, 20 theaters. And they got a great sushi place right next door and free parking. And on Tuesday nights, movies are $6. Also, Zim's Burgers, of course. Zim's Burgers was on 19th and Taraval, the one I went to.
Zim's Burgers. What do we got going here? Counts 2-2, guys. Bases are loaded. The count is 2-2 with 2 outs. Ooh, he fouls it off. Ooh, I don't know, man. That must have been a hell of a hook. Swinging at that. Can the Padres do the same thing they did yesterday? And flies out to left fielder. Oh, wow. Did he give it a... Yeah, no, it was a weakly hit. Game over. Arizona wins.
These guys in the chat are saying it's 7-7.
Now, who said that? Who said that? Don't listen to them. We are watching it live, man. Live.
So Arizona, of course, still is ahead of us.
Of course. Oh, yeah. I guess we could take a look at that since that game's over. Let's take a look at the standings and then see what we got. Standings. Yeah, always fun to look at this, right? Good to see you in here, eh? There we go. Standings. Let me blow that up a little bit. There we go. Baltimore and Yankee, man, neck and neck, man. Look at that. Both of them playing really good ball. Boston Red Sox, they're kind of in it right there too. Cleveland playing really good ball, 55-32. Minnesota's right behind them. Kansas City, they're kind of sticking around. Look at the run differentials too. Same thing up here. All the top teams, run differentials are on top. Imagine that. Seattle, close. Houston
They just cannot hit.
Houston still, they're kind of getting out of there.
Yeah, look at the differential.
Yeah, they're exactly. So that's telling you something. In the East for the NL, Phillies 58-31, best team in baseball, if I'm not mistaken. Atlanta Braves behind them by 9 games. Then in the Central, this one's a little weird because you got the St. Louis Cardinals, who are ahead of the Reds, who have a better run differential. But Milwaukee Brewers, how about that? They're playing some pretty good ball, man. They're 52-38. That's not bad.
No.
They traded away their ace in Corbin Burns, so it kind of.
And 2 years ago, they traded the best reliever.
Yeah, Hader, exactly. But then they're still playing really good. Huh. Granted, they've lost 3 in a row, but they're still 52-38. They can afford that. Dodgers 55-35. Padres are now 49-44, so they're 5 games above 500. Giants 44-46. Is that updated? I don't think that's updated, is it?
No,
yeah,
not
it is.
yet. And then Eric, can you go to the wild card standings just so we can take a look at it?
Yeah, we could do that.
Thank you, sir.
Here we go. Wild card. This is the fun part right here. Wait, is that it? Yeah. Hold on. Ooh, they're just hold on. Let me unzoom it. Wait, how come they're not showing?
Yeah, that's weird.
The heck? There's that. Wild card. That's weird. They're not showing the rest of them.
Yeah. All right.
What the heck? That's weird. They never done that before.
No, I've never seen it like that.
Let me minimize it. No, it's not from that. I don't know. That's weird. But Giants are right here. 3 games out of the third. Got the Mets ahead of them. The Diamondbacks are ahead of them. St. Louis and the Padres.
See, so you got to remember everybody, including Atlanta, San Diego, St. Louis, they're all going to be making trades. Farhan's, if he wants anything, he's got to move a little bit earlier because unlike usual, or maybe there's 1 or 2, there's 6 teams for 3 spots.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to do something.
And there's teams right below San Fran.
Yeah, within a couple. So say there's like 8 or 9 really for the for 2 spots.
Yep.
And I think whoever makes the move first is going to be a step ahead of everybody else.
Yep. MF49 says, why did Bivens go down? Good question. They needed to make room for Harrison. So they sent down Bivens, and then they also sent down VR to bring up another lefty reliever out of Richmond just to cover innings, even though he didn't do anything today. All right, what do we got here?
Bryce Jones.
Oh, the day on the green, man. Those used to be huge events over in the Coliseum. Huge events. Man, I remember Metallica. They used to go play there every so often. I mean, that was the big concert of the year is to go to Day on the Green.
Yeah, that's because remember the promoter was Bill Graham from here.
Yep.
So we always usually had probably 3 at least, sometimes 4 And, you know, I mean, growing up, God, I probably went to 15 maybe. And what was great is they were always GA, you know, so you had to get there early. You had to wait in line.
Yep. First come, first serve, man.
Thinking you were a hot shot drinking, you know, at 10 in the morning until the show started at 2, and then you could barely survive.
Yeah.
That was when, and that was when everyone would take Bart, and everyone was just there to have fun.
Yep.
I mean, I saw, there were so many I saw. When Journey was great, I saw a couple of them headlining. I mean, I saw the Monster of Rocks. You know, I'm more of a hair metal guy, you know, classic rock. But, I mean, I remember when Sammy Hagar went solo, Sammy Hagar, Blue Oyster Cult, Cheap Trick, Loverboy. I mean, it was amazing. And remember, back then, I think it was maybe, $25, Eric? To go to Day on the Greens, maybe 30. It was, you know, because they had 60,000 people there.
Nowadays, it's like a couple of $100, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, I understand there's inflation, but it's absolutely just ridiculous.
And by the way, last time I looked Day on the Greens, it was all live, not the studio crap and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Anonymous says, for years when I was a kid, the B and the R was burnt out at a Zim sign. I thought the restaurant was Zim's Oiled Burgers.
Correct.
Oops.
I remember that.
That's funny.
Yeah, San Francisco got a lot of great places like that. You know?
Yeah.
I ran into someone the other day where, you know, late night, we had a place called Clown Alley. There were 2 locations, one on Lombard and then one down by the Transamerica building where you could always go. It was open until 3 in the morning in case, you know, in high school and college, if you needed a little food to get you going late night, Friday and Saturday. You know, I don't know, Eric, if you remember growing up in the Bay Area, we had a place called the Hippo, which was a steak place a hamburger place on Van Ness. So, you know, that's the one thing about San Francisco. A lot of these joints have sort of unfortunately aren't there, except for really the House of Prime Rib. You know, that has been there, it seems like forever, and Swan's Oyster Depot, and maybe Harris Steakhouse. You know, there's just not many, you know, in Taddage Grill. A lot of these places just aren't around anymore.
AB says, I live 2 blocks away from the old Crown Alley location in the Marina.
Oh, yeah. Right off Lombard. And tell AB, I ran from the day one when it opened, if he lives in the Marina, when the earthquake hit, I was at that Big 5, the Big 5 on Chestnut.
No kidding.
When the 89 hit, the Marina was probably 65 and up was the demographics. Once after the earthquake, all the youth sort of took over.
I see. Do you remember, and maybe it's just, I don't know if, I don't think you're old enough for it, but you might have known about it. Remember when the Rolling Stones came out to the Altamont and tried to have a concert out there?
Well, no. So the Rolling Stones had a concert and they couldn't get security, so they hired Hell's Angels.
Yeah, exactly. How did
that's actually in the movie called Gimme Shelter. And it's sort of funny because I just saw that movie, The Bike Riders, which is the start of Hell's Angels.
I see.
With the guy that played Elvis. And I spoke to someone about it. In fact, somebody died. Somebody went up to the Hell's Angels when back then you didn't mess with them, but somebody talked smack, I think, through a beer bottle, and the person got stabbed, and nobody knows who did it.
Yep.
You know, part of the shelter thing. But
that's nuts because I grew up in Tracy, so I always heard the stories from my parents saying how, you know, hey, they tried to make it a Woodstock West, but it didn't work out too well. Now when you're hiring the Hells Angels as security, they flew him in on a helicopter, the Blue Angel, or not the Blue Angel.
And you know what's crazy? You talk about the Rolling Stones. I'll never forget my sophomore year in high school. The Rolling Stones came out. It was the album after Miss You, after 1980. So it was the first time since he played there for his birthday, because Bill Graham, of course, got him. And it was, I think it was 83 or 84. And the Rolling Stones played 2 shows at the Cow Palace, and they didn't have enough parking. So people parked, at the Stick. People parked at the Cow Palace, and you had to take a bus.
Oh, wow.
Candlestick, because they didn't have enough parking for everybody. But they played 2 shows. Little history.
There you
but
go.
yeah, we were spoiled. Bill Graham. People don't realize he unfortunately died in a rainstorm attending a Huey Lewis concert, flying back from the old Concord Pavilion. But because of him, I mean, we always had the best New Year's Eve shows every year at the Cow Palace, the Civic Center. I mean, you go through it, and whenever there was a big headliner, we always got 2 or 3 shows. I mean, I was a big fan of Rush, where I saw Rush 3 straight nights at the Cow Palace. That was sort of the rock and roll. And then the Cow Palace, what was great about the Cow Palace is they also had a drive-in. So after the concert, you could sort of hang and they would go there.
Nice.
Oh, the Nut Tree, of course.
The Nut Tree, man. You're talking about Vacaville, right?
That Vacaville, that was sort of
that was back in the. I mean, I remember when I was a kid.
The big sign. Remember, they had the big sign.
Big sign, and then you'd see have guys in their P-51s coming in and landing at the airport because they had an airport right there.
Yeah.
And they would go and have their dinner or lunch, and then they'd fly right back out. But yeah, you see a lot of warbirds flying into the Nut Tree. It was pretty damn cool.
Nut Tree was an institution.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
85, 86. Oh, yeah. Damn, these are epic.
Let's see. Days on the Green were epic. Pink Floyd was awesome. I'm going to Vegas next week to see the Dead and Company at the Sphere. Interesting. I heard the Eagles are going to start playing concerts at the Sphere.
Yeah, they're actually now, they went from just doing 8 to 16 and now 24 shows throughout the year. They're only doing, I think, Friday, Saturday each week.
Right. Friday and Saturday of each week.
Fine, but the tickets, of course, when they went on sale, the thing about Sphere too is whoever goes to Sphere, please be careful. I'm sort of in this business, but there are some rows you do not want to sit on. Like once, you have the general admission on the floor, then you have 100, 200, 300. When you get back, it's obstructed view in some of these rows. You can see up, you just can't see the band.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you got to be careful. That why tickets are cheap for a reason. So, just be careful, because, when you go to Vegas, everything is expensive, but just, have fun, most importantly.
Someone's asking, MF49 says, will Farhan make a trade for Mark Canha? The Giants don't need Mark Canha. He's an outfielder. They don't need him. They got plenty of outfielders, I think, don't they? For now, unless you get some bopper, but I wouldn't go after Mark Canha. No, everyone's talking about the good old days here.
Yeah, I saw him. Thunder Valley. Thunder Valley's got a brand new thing opened up 2 years ago called the Venue at Thunder Valley. Pretty cool. It only holds about, I think, between 3,800 and 5,400 only.
Oh, wow. Which one is that one at? I keep forgetting. Which one? Is that the one that's over by Lincoln?
Yeah, it is in Lincoln.
That's the one. Okay, yeah, I know that one. Crowley said that on KMBR. Okay. I don't know. I just
KMBR. It's just
no. I like Crowley
nowadays.
Crowley is okay, but I don't know about Mark Canha. I don't know. Yeah, I used to drop by every time because I was stationed at Beale. So we'd always take
Prince tour. I was at that one. Prince played 7 shows at the Cow Palace, a whole week straight.
A whole week.
Whole week.
Wow.
Played a whole week, which overtook Madonna, who played 4 shows. Like a Virgin tour was 4, but Prince was so big when the Purple Rain album came out.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. But yeah, he played a whole week at the Cow Palace.
Oh, yeah. That's what he's saying. To this day, best concert I ever saw was Prince, Purple Rain in 1984. There you go. Man.
The great thing, Eric, I don't know if you ever went to a concert or ever been to the Cow Palace.
Never been to the Cow Palace.
Okay, the great thing about them is they have, when you walk around, it's basically like a horizontal big bull ring. And when you walk around anywhere to get anywhere, they have photos of all the previous concerts on the wall. So it will say Neil Diamond, 1976, the date. Rolling Stones, 1973. And so you actually get to see how the Cow Palace looked. the crowd, and then the band.
Oh, wow.
Cool. You know,
Wow.
like they had the Beatles played there. You know, what else was there? I don't know if you remember Evel Knievel actually jumped 18 buses with a broken shoulder, and he dislocated his ankle, so they had to tape him to the bike.
Oh my
But
God.
he still made it. Yeah, he just had problems stopping.
Yeah,
You
that
know?
guy had. I don't think there was ever a
I
time.
think it was the Democratic Convention in like 1964 was even at the Cow Palace.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then
AB
here's the
says-
other thing people don't know about. When the Golden State Warriors won in 1976, they played all their games at the Oakland Arena, but the Ice Follies already had those dates lined up. So the Warriors had to play at the Cow Palace. So
No
when they
kidding.
won, even though they were the Golden State Warriors and playing Oakland, they won the championship because they had games 3 and 4 were at the Cow Palace when they beat the Washington Bullets.
Oh, wow. That's something. AB or
Hogan
John
and Big John Studd.
Hogan, there you go. That's a classic. I love that time of wrestling, man.
Wrestling was the best. Growing up on Channel 44, we had it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think that's the channel I used to watch it on in Tracy. Yes, I was in Air Force, Mike, and he was a colonel. Nice. When did he retire? I'm guessing that's probably a while back. You're a little bit older, so yeah, I'm guessing. My gosh, that must have been what? World War II, maybe. I'm guessing, right? Somewhere around there.
So,
What's
Eric,
up,
did
MF?
you go to the academy?
No, I didn't go to the
All
academy.
right.
No,
But
I was enlisted.
you've been to the Springs and seen the Kissing Camels, right? Or
No, never been
Okay.
there. Nope, never been there. Saw Metallica and Godsmack at the Cow Palace.
and then San Jose at the Shark Tank.
Seen AC/DC, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, and the Cow Palace back in the 80s. Whew. Wow. The barbecue place in West Portal, right next to Sub Center, is really good too, says AB.
That sub center's been there 40 years. It's amazing. Cow Palace is in Daly City. You are correct. In fact, Eric, here's sort of a crazy thing about the Cow Palace. When the circus would come in town, right? The Cow Palace, I'd say, is probably 6 blocks away from the train tracks. So when Barnum and Bailey's would come, they would stop the train tracks and all the animals would walk up the 6 blocks of Geneva.
No kidding.
And go to the Cow Palace. So people knew about it, so they would like park. And, it was just sort of crazy. You'd be seeing elephants
All these
walking down
animals.
the street into the Cow Palace.
That's something. The Barnum and Bailey, they actually had their own train.
Yeah.
They had their own train. It was kind of cool. Oh, now we're talking. Where else we got here? Preferences.
The Sharks played at the Cow Palace the first 2 years while they were making the HP Pavilion.
Mm.
And they only went to the Cow Palace because 2 years before San Jose was thought up, they had a team called the San Francisco Spiders.
The Spiders.
The Spiders. If you look up San Francisco Spiders, the logo, you'll see it. And it says SF Spiders, home, Cow Palace.
Didn't they have an IHL team?
They
A
did,
minor
the
league team?
Shamrocks.
Yeah, I thought so.
San Francisco Shamrocks, little history of the city.
See what else we got here in the chat. Breaking the law. Yeah, I see Grand Admiral. Did you ever, what's his name? The front man from Judas Priest. He went and formed another band called Fight. That first album that they had was actually pretty damn heavy. It was pretty damn cool.
He's
It was a pretty
one of the fathers of rock and roll, and the leather. He was the first one to ever come out in leather.
Yeah,
And the spikes. But now we know why he did. Back then, you didn't know. You thought that was the heavy metal symbol. In fact, Eric, I don't know if you're aware of, when he left Judas Priest, they bought somebody else to fill in for him. And that's basically the movie Mark Wahlberg when he became the singer. That's based off of Judas Priest.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, Rob Halford. Yep, Rob Halford. That's him. Yeah, the band he made, it was a heavy, the band he had was heavy. Of course, his voice was very unique.
Shriek.
Yeah. It was kind of
doesn't surprise me.
I still liked Megadeth. The best concert I loved was Megadeth. It was in Arco Arena.
The old Arco.
Yep, and Suicidal Tendencies opened up for him. Man, that was one of the best concerts. That one, and then in Arizona, I saw Korn open up for Metallica. That was another fantastic concert.
My first Ozfest. I had a little connection with Korn. So a buddy of mine who I got to meet represented Korn. So the way they would work backstage down at the Shoreline is you'd have backstage passes for your corresponding band.
Okay.
It was like I forgot who it was, like Linkin Park, Korn. So we got to go backstage and on the side of the stage watching Korn.
Wow!
Yeah, which was really cool. In fact, I only fell in love twice because the bassist of Korn married the most gorgeous girl you've ever seen. Obviously, it's because of his looks, but it was amazing. And then we got asked to leave because you needed a certain pass with Ozzy. So that's just the way at Ozfest it worked. Which was still weird. Cool. I mean, Korn, back then was, still coming out and they were still rocking. Oh man, yeah, Disturbed was on the line.
Oh, Disturbed. But yeah, that
had a great voice.
That was fantastic, man. That was a lot of damn fun. Those two concerts. Gosh, Megadeth, man. They just woo. Yeah, AB says Arco was awesome for concert. Oh, absolutely. The sound in Arco Arena was just awesome. Yeah,
I liked it as long as you didn't get lost finding it. I enjoyed Arco. The way it was built. I went to many concerts there and never had a problem.
Yeah, really easy to get to. Now, yes, it was Channel 40. That's right, AA. It was Channel 40, not 44.
Okay, it was 44 in San Francisco.
I think it was 40.
40 yeah, we had 44 in San Francisco. We had that, and then we had roller derby at night, and then on Friday and Saturday nights on Channel 2, we had a show called Creature Features with Bob Wilkins.
Yeah, Creature. How about whoever used to get the TV guide, and you would go through it, and you go to Saturday just to see if there's going to be a Saturday night's main event. I always did it. When I was a kid, I did that every time because WWF didn't always do the Saturday night main events. So anytime it was on, it was like, yeah, there we go. TV guide, man.
So, Eric, when they had the first main event, which set up for WrestleMania 3, was when the $1 Million Man and Andre the Giant, who paid for the plastic surgeons? I don't know if you remember that. Where
I don't remember that one.
Andre basically pinned Hulk Hogan, but it was really only a 2-pin, right? And they gave Andre the belt. And then basically he then gave the belt to the $1 Million Man. And when what's his name was Hulk was like pissed off, he turned around and there were 2 twin brothers. So he didn't know which referee it was. And it's one of the greatest. So if you Google or YouTube the main event, the first one, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, it's one of the most controversial endings and probably one of the greatest scripts ever written. And then that basically set up WrestleMania 3 in Detroit because of what happened.
Oh, no kidding. I'm going to look that up. Damn, I don't remember that one. Yeah, because that was WrestleMania 3 was I remember the Deftones win.
In Detroit.
Yeah, where Hogan body slammed the Giant. Yeah, that was incredible. One of the best WrestleManias ever. Let's see. The Hebner brothers. The refs were Hebner brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I remember Hebner.
Yeah, so there was
one a long time.
And they couldn't come up with a line, so they said, he goes, yeah, I got a twin brother, but he's not really a referee. So nobody knew about it except Vince McMahon. So if you go on YouTube, the other Hebner it just says that was the only time they ever hired him.
No kidding. I'll have to look that up.
Finally hired him, and then people were so upset because there were so many Hulkamaniacs out there
Right.
They would take him in a different city because people thought it was the main guy, Dave. They didn't know that it was some other guy because it was such a great storyline. It had never been done before.
Wow. So the Saturday night main event before WrestleMania 3. I'll have to look that up. I'm going to have to look that up. All right, guys. I think it's time to get out of here. Oh my gosh. I'm getting a little bit tired.
I know. We got a ball game in 12 hours.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Lou, thanks for joining.
No problem.
I appreciate
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Remember, get the squares right around the corner.
Exactly, guys. Get the squares. Again, if you pay $15 for a square, it enters your chance to win 4 tickets to the front row of a San Francisco Giants versus the Atlanta Braves in Oracle Park.
Eric, I'm trying to add something to that, but I won't know until after the 4th. There might be a little surprise, a little bonus. Whoever does get the tickets might be able to, we're going to
bonus.
But there might be a little add-on to it where whoever goes is going to say that was even better than maybe the game itself.
Really?
So we'll see what we can do. I'm going to know next week. I got a few calls in, just to help out because I think it's probably one of the best things we can do. We all have a holiday here. Yep. Instead of going out for cocktails, save the money, get a couple squares, and it's for, an amazing, amazing situation.
Correct. Absolutely. So listen up, guys. $15, you get a square. Enter your chance to get 4 tickets, front row, right next to the Giants dugout. And it sounds like there may be or may not be. We'll see. More details. And again, the proceeds are going to go to help that little boy. Man. So if you guys got $15 laying around, send an email to NorCalSportsNetwork@gmail.com. You get in touch with Dan. He will give you his Venmo. Soon as you send the money to Dan and he sees it in his account, I will add your name to the squares here. There we go. As you can see, we can see all the names. You got Will B, who donated a bunch. You got
perfect
Brandon.
Graduation present.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, why not? Ryan Meridian. I can't remember. It's Ryan. I'll just call him Ryan. Kyle, Mark Graves, myself, Dan has donated. If I win, I'm gonna donate it to someone here on the show. I think Dan said he's gonna do the same. I think we'll figure that one out though. But yeah, go ahead. Like I said, email Dan at NorCalSportsNetwork@gmail.com, and then we'll take it from there. All right then. Can I copy and paste from Twitter and put it? Yeah, go ahead, Mark. Go for it. Yeah. Get the word out. Yeah, I would love it. Anyways, Lou, thank you again.
No problem.
We'll see how that works tomorrow. I think Dan's got his internet all figured out, so I think he should be good to go tomorrow. But if not, you could step in for him. That'd be great.
Great job with the chat tonight. A few things on the side.
Maybe that was nice. Easier. Yeah, it makes it nice. Maybe people won't be so vicious at each other. All right, Lou.
Thanks, E.
You bet. Take it easy. All right. Oh, there we go. Dan just chimed in. I'll donate to someone who bought a square. Ooh. There you go. That's a good idea. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to donate them to someone in the chat as well. Yeah, there we go. I like that idea, Dan. Absolutely. Perfect. All right, guys, we're going to get ready to close it down. Tomorrow, we got Carrasco going for the Guardians, and you got Birdsong going for the San Francisco Giants. Hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully, he can get through it without having to get into the bullpen. Hopefully, he could go deep. We'll see how that works out. Will there be a trade deadline show? I think, I'm sure there'll be a trade deadline show. Yeah, go ahead, Will, if you want. That's fine. If it gets the word out, go for it. Again, we're still in the middle of that heat wave here in the Central Valley. I'm pretty sure it just doesn't encompass the Central Valley, but it hit 113 here in this part, just south of Sacramento. Again, just make sure you're taking care of people out there. KBHK, I remember that. I remember KBHK, AB. That rings a bell when I was in Tracy, 100%. But yeah, take care of people out there. It's really hot. Making sure people take care of each other. Again, I'll say it again. Take care of your animals if you own any animals, because it's pretty bad out there. It's going to last there probably, I think, for another week. Anyways, guys, let me get out of here. Let me let's play some music here. Let's get some music going here. I always like this one right here. Let this go on before we get out of here. I think this is the one right here. Yep. All right, there we go. A little music there. Oh, I do not remember Captain Mitch. Don't remember Captain Mitch. That doesn't ring a bell for me. Does not ring a bell. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Let's see if the Giants can win the series tomorrow. Should be interesting. Even if they don't win the series, it's still success. You go 500 on the road. Not too bad. 118 in Reading. God. You know, after it gets after 105, does it even matter? It's hot. It's just hot, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I think I know what AB is talking about. I think I know what he's talking about. I think that's Metallica, Master of Puppets. I think so. Could I be wrong? Am I wrong? Is it Master of Puppets, AB? Let's see. See if I'm right or wrong. Am I right or wrong? AB, Master of Puppets, right? There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Don't doubt me, AB. I know sometimes we disagree on some things about the Giants, but don't doubt me, man. I know what I'm talking about, man. Oh, my gosh. Anyways, this is a fun chat tonight, guys. You know, talked baseball, got into some other stuff, some pulp culture, some music. You know what? Let's do this one more time here. Hold on. Let me kill this. Let me kill this because I think there might be some people in here who didn't hear the little ditty by Will B. We got to hear it at least twice, right? At least. The title of the song is called Slater's Final Strike. I think you got an idea. For those who haven't heard it yet, you probably have an idea what this is all about. So let's give it a listen. Let's go.
Shattered dreams, strikes out, nowhere to be. On the field, futile quest, nightmare rage, no contest. Fumble, stumble, every play, lights the fire in dismay. Wasted talent, endless fire, time to put his name on fire. Fighters on the run, futility has won. Step aside in dismay, wasted talent, endless fire. Time to put his name on fire. Slayers on the run, futility has won. Step aside, it's done. Roster's burning sun. Yes, slaves, wasted times, error stacking, grievous crimes, echo bruise, clouds sustain, every game, endless pain. Let him know. Question now for the team. Chase new dreams, triumphing. Stop the rot, ignite the spark. Leave the shadows, light the dark. Slayers on the run. Futility has won. Step aside, it's done. Roster's burning sun. Slayers on the team has won. Step aside, it's done. Rosters burning sun. Missed sleeps, wasted times, error stacking, grievous crimes, echo throughs, cross disdain, every gain, endless pain. Now for the team, chase new dreams, fire beam, stop the rocks, ignite the spark, leave the shadows, light the dark. Light the dark.
There we go, man. I love it. Love it. Makes you going to want to run through a brick wall. Love it. Good stuff. Good stuff, Will be. Absolutely love it. All right. To close out this the show, we'll play something a little bit better, though. Let's see. We'll go here. For those who haven't seen it. When I get out of here, I'm going to go ahead and play the Willie Mays tribute. We go every so often. I think we should play that. Don't want to forget the life of Mr. Willie Mays and the joy that he brought to the baseball world. So for Dan, Lou, and myself, you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. We'll be back here 8:30 tomorrow night to talk about the game that's probably going to finish right around, what is it? Around noon, 12. No, not that early. Probably around 12:30, 12:45, somewhere around there. We'll see. We'll see what's up. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging in there. We'll see you tomorrow. See ya.